wonderful world of dividing by fractions. And division can get a little bit on the tricky side. That's where we're going to start out, just kind of looking at your circles there, because it'll help you. Let's say, write down this problem here. If you have 3/4 divided by 1/4. Probably a better way to think about this is how many 1/4 can you take out of 3/4? Which means if I have this, let's see, where's my fourths? It's clone, this bad boy. Where's clone? So you're starting with 3/4. Oh, wait, I did do that. So you're starting with 3/4. Let me bring them all over here. And this is a pretty easy one because it's pretty obvious right off the bat. You are starting with 3/4, and you want to know how many 1/4. We'll eventually get there. Don't worry. I'm going to wax my surfboard here pretty soon. Let's just say we're starting. Well, here, I'll do it over here. Watch how this saves it. I'll go over here. You're starting with 3/4. How many 1/4? How many of these 1/4 can I take out of 3/4? It's pretty simple because, yeah, your answer actually is 3. There are 3 1/4. 1, 2, 3. 3 1/4 in that. Right there. No, you don't. Well, no, you can just look at this and see. We're only going to do it this way for a little while because there's a simpler way to do it. Now, let's look at where it gets a little more complicated. How about this? What is 1/2 divided by 1/4? 1/2 divided by 1/4. So let me get these 1/4 out here. We are starting with a half. And the question asks you, how many 1/4 can you get out of? How many 1/4 can you get out of 1/2? Well, here is. Maybe I almost do that. I can take 1 1/4 out, and I can take a second 1/4 out, which is kind of goofy because I'm starting with 2 fractions and I'm dividing them, and I actually get a whole number. But if you think about it in terms of money, if you have a half of a dollar, which is 50 cents, how many quarters can you take out of 50 cents? 2. Now, what about this? What if I start with a whole circle? What if it is 1 divided by 1/8? And maybe you don't even need the circles for this. If you start with an entire circle, how many 1/8 can you take out of that whole circle?
8.
It's like having your pizza. You start with 1 pizza. How many 1/8 slices can you take? Which makes it really easy. Take a look. 1 divided by 1/8 is 8. Well, let's do that with a bunch of them. What is 1 divided by 1/4? How many 1/4 can you take out of it? How many? Let's say you divided it by 1/6.
6.
What if we divided 1 by 1/2? 2. Now, you got it? So here's where you can go home and trick your parents. All right. See how many. This will tell you how mathematical your parents are. If you go up to them and say, "Mom, Dad, what is 10 divided by 1/2?" Most people will jump in and say 5, but that's not right because, ladies and gentlemen, what you're asking is this, watch. You are asking how many halves can you get out of 10. I'm starting with 10. Here's 8, 9, 10. How many halves can I get out of 10? 20. Now, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Because I can only take 5 2s out of 10. But 10 divided by half is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20. 10 divided by 1/2 is 20. So go home and test your parents on that and say, Mom, what is 10 divided by half? I almost guarantee you they will say 5.
No.
Then you could repeat it and say, no, Mom, I said what is 10 divided by half, not 10 divided by 2, because 10 divided by 2 is odd. How about this? What if it was 6 divided by 1/4? No, wait, no. Let's go 12 divided by 1/4. Now, people would want to say, well, that's 3. No, that's 12 divided by 4. You want to know how many 1/4 you can get out of 12, or how many quarters would be in $12. That's really what you're asking. If you're looking at the circles, you have 12 of every circle. You're going to get 4 quarters out of. So what are you going to get? 40. Now, here's something that might be a little tough for you. How about this? You want a challenge?
Yes. We know. Yes. Oh no.
How about 12 divided by 3/4?
Maybe.
Who wants to take a shot at that? So, what do you say?
32.
32. Maybe. James?
Would it be 12?
Would it be 12? Wouldn't 12 divided by 1 be 12? I've dealt with a 12 divided by 3/4. David?
16.
16?
Let me see.
Katharina?
I also got 16.
16? Well, here, let's look at the visual of this. See if you can make heads or tails out of this. So here we go. I'm going to start with my 12 circles. It's going to take me a minute to do this, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, in order for me actually to do this, I have to cut all my circles into fourths. So I'm going to do this. Every circle is going to get cut into fourths. This is just for me to figure this out. And I want to know how many 3/4 I can take out. So here we go, watch. In order to take 3/4, so here is, I'm going to make tally marks. There's 1 3/4, right? That's a 3/4 right there, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I was going to do tally. I'm going to do tally marks, not numbers. So here I take 1, 2, 3/4. That's my second 3/4 I can take out. Then I can take 1, 2, 3. That's my third 3/4. Then 1, 2, 3. That's my fourth 3/4. I can take another 3/4. That's my fifth one. I guess I should have done it like this. 1, 2, 3. That's my sixth one. I already had it marked off. 1, 2, 3. That's my seventh one. 1, 2, 3. That's my eighth one. 1, 2, 3. That's my ninth one. 1, 2, 3. That's my 10th one. Oh, I should have done it cross. 1, 2, 3. That's my 11th. I already have that. 1, 2, 3. That's my 12th. 1, 2, 3. That's my 13th. 1, 2, 3. That's my 14th. And wait, 1, 2, 3. That's my 15th. And 1, 2, 3. The answer is, yep, those of you that said 16. That's right. Is there an easier way to do it? Yes. Will I give you that today?
No.
We'll get to that a little bit later.
Wait, is there an easier way?
There's a much easier way.
Well, then why don't you just tell us that?
Because I like to keep things in suspense.